Hello, welcome to Of Darkness and Light. I'm doing a very short series of 2 videos about my love. And I want to explain how, I want to talk about self-curses. If you haven't seen my Of Darkness and Light intro or heard it, I highly recommend it. I will eventually, when I have more time and space, be basically integrating that intro and recording these ahead of time in a better looking space, and I don't know, that's the plan, and to like actually make it more of a satirical thing, because I can come out of that into anything and it'll be funny. I literally love it. Self curses. I can't even do it right. I did it perfectly. I used all the audio modulation on it because it's so obvious that they do it on the highly produced podcasts. Like if you go to some of the top ones on Apple Podcasts that have like ladies posing that are just like rich girls who bought a product to pretend to be and then read AI and then like audio work their voice. That's why I showed the proof, because I recorded a bunch of meditations that were from my heart, but I was also a dehydrated person who, you can only hydrate so much in the hours ahead of time. Like you have to prepare for days if you want to do a proper audio recording, and you are a person who doesn't drink enough water, like most people. I'm gonna get some water. I talk about self-curses around here, because I was always post ayahuasca kind of seeing stuff in my third eye. I was doing a lot of plant medicines and stuff, but I only did that twice, 2 nights in a row, and then that was it for that. I see that as a doorway I walk through. I'm like, okay, cool, I learned my lesson there, which is don't fuck with that stuff, and take the lessons it gave you. That's a really deeply interesting thing to do. It just shows you stuff that feels like it's from the jungle, and it's like it makes it feel super intelligent. I mean, the people who use it and teach about it tell you that it's going to be different every single time. And my 2 times were, this is everything you need to know, boo, go away. And I was like, okay, I'll listen to that one. And so I don't feel like it messed me up, but it did set me on a path of healing with my body and kind of opened up what I thought was my third eye and whatever. So I cursed myself, right? I was trying to manifest a future with this person in it in the slightest, at the most that their free will would allow them to contribute to my life. And I've talked about this online. It's probably the problem. They probably just have like a murder curse against me for talking about this. I'm meditating and I'm thinking about these intentions of wanting to set my body on a course for doing things. And I'm like, I want to do the best stuff I possibly can for the world, right? Period. I used to have these manifestations to throw in the pot of like, I want to go live in Los Angeles for a period of my life and like do stuff with entertainment with my creative abilities. I want to write books. That was always kind of like, I want to make one movie in my life. And now it's Princess Starlet. I want to make Princess Starlet at the end of a career of selling books and doing a podcast and selling scripts and getting to like, I don't know, produce maybe or something, or just be involved, and then maybe one day direct the best film ever made. That sounds like a good way to go. But this person, was setting my intentions for a future when I was already getting pushed out by the person who I loved, that was kind of like, I could tell was very confused about the root of their feelings, but was manipulating me. And regardless of what their intentions are now they're going to need to at least help me to not get serious legal ramifications, because that's just the reality of what I'm going to do. Like, if they don't help take care of my livelihood, period, which involves a hug and involves just getting me set up, and if they don't do it appropriately, then I'm going to take that livelihood through legal action, which they've set me up for, but I don't want to do. So it's like, come do the reasonable thing. But my Sherlock math is like, yeah, but they wanted to marry me and I'm ugly. So I figured that out. And now I'm saying that I think they also hated my guts because I did magic, right? But magic's not real. Magic is real. The magic that I was doing was intention setting. And if they didn't watch, didn't listen, didn't read those specific emails, which I'm sure they did, let's talk about it. I was going for the best world I could, and I was like, I want Mary in my life to the highest level I can get her to her own free will. That's not a great intention. I cursed myself. That was my curse, right? I was just like, this bitch is pushing me out, dude. I want to be her friend. It's like, it's not as bad as it sounds, right? It's like, I want to be her friend. Like I wrote in something, I would be her pen pal, and I'd be hot for that. And it's just like, I was just like, I want to set my manifesting abilities, which I believed in, towards creating the best world possible and trying to be the most I can be with this person who makes me feel like the whole world. And so help set me on that intention, right? And I'm manifesting and I'm sitting there and I'm doing stuff, and I see them in my third eye clearer than I've seen like anything. And there's a pentagram around them, and I'm like, and I just like, I have a quick thought process where I'm like, that's not evil. Just like all of spirit, this is a projection of my subconscious going over something. The whole image was a projection of my subconscious. It was just that I had done some kind of communication with my subconscious about what intention I wanted to set, and my subconscious had been unlocked by that point to project into my psyche delusion, or whatever you want to call it, hallucination, which isn't delusion. Delusion would be believing it, like I kind of had when I was falling in and out of being really worried about it and scared and writing and apologizing into the ether. But I jumped through that bitch after I was like, fuck pentagrams. And I have been atoning personally for the disregard in that intentional leap of the evil intentions put in front of me. Because I should have known. It was like a test from my subconscious, I believe. That's why self-curses. Because I fucking cursed myself. But it's not like that. It's like I set a really hard intention, and my subconscious was like, you want to set this intention that you wanted? You're fucking with the wrong sweetheart, like, creepy girl, dude. Weird girl. You want to get in this heart prison, dude? You don't get in. It's like in or out, and you don't want in, dude. They want to fuck your life up. And I'm like, woo! And then I've done this to myself, right? But like, how could they forgive me for doing this to myself? Because they were cursing themselves and me the whole time by spinning me up in fucking circles like nobody's business. I talked briefly about an I love you situation where I thought it, I think they thought it, I think they don't think they thought it, but they felt it and they know they felt it, and they're just kind of blocking that out, and they're just saying like, you felt it, I was just laughing at you, right? But this is what happened. We said goodbye. It was the most perfect goodbye ever of a perfect night, and it was like the I love you was on the air, and I got awkward, and they smiled at me, and I knew this is how they curse themselves. They did this situation to me over and over and over again. We had looks where I knew, they knew, I knew that they knew that I knew, and they knew that I knew. so she cursed me by gaslighting me and herself unknowingly into the biggest mind fuck ever. And I'm probably unearthing it within her, because she's better at just pushing it down. But I'm unearthing things, and so we're cracking this egg. It's not a boy egg. That's what I was confused about. I was like, there's the boy. It's just the easiest solution when people are weird. But this person was weird, because they loved me so much, and I was so confused. And I'm like, how could you just murder a woman who just needs a hug? Dude, you know better than this. I've proved it in every single factual way, and I have you beat by law. It's because you only want to marry me, and you wanted to fuck up my face and stuff. And I told you couldn't for a good reason. And then I told you about sick magic I did that probably makes you hate me. That's my best guess. I'm just making guesses here. But anyways, come get your girl, Mary. Come get your girl.